Okay, I have not done a video for quite some time, but I just felt I needed to come out and say something and just kind of just say how I feel, something from my heart. I did not rehearse, I did not write anything down. I just felt compelled to say something. First, let me say thanks to the individuals, my Facebook friends, my Facebook family, who offered condolences for the loss of my oldest brother, Ernest Lamar Smith. I greatly appreciate it. Um, I kind of stayed away from, I would quickly like the condolence statement, and then I would get off of my Facebook page because just seeing that kind of hammered it in that he is gone, and so that was really hard just going on. I didn't want to type, "Oh, thank you so very much. I think I did a like, or maybe I didn't do likes at all, but thank you so much." It meant a lot to me. The people that don't know me, have never met me, reached out and said they were sorry for my loss, even when people who knew me are my. I'm gonna let that go. But anyway, I'm in my bedroom. But I have to say something about the violence that we see in our communities, particularly the African American male killing another African American male in what I consider record numbers. I don't know the statistics. I don't know in comparison to how many black men there are, if that is excessive. I think one is one too many. I think there's way too many funerals for African American men who have succumbed to violence, whether it's gun violence, physical violence, stabbing, or whatever. I just think it's way too much. And what do? Where are the answers? Who knows what we should do? I don't think as a race of people we should look towards the government to fix it. And from their response, they are not feeling as though they should fix it. But in terms of the violence, what do? My personal opinion is for the individuals who choose to hold our communities hostage, who choose to make communities uninhabitable for women and mothers and children, I don't think that we should spend a great amount of resources and our energy begging and pleading them to stop harming our communities. I think perhaps, and I'm not one to give up on people, but our babies, our little boys, our sons, that's where the change comes from. That's where we change. Whatever we are doing now, or whatever we did with our male children, it's not to make someone feel guilty. You did what you could. You did what you could with the resources that you had. So that this is not a blame game. This is not a guilt trip. But what I am saying is whatever we have done with our African American boys, we need to possibly change the way we approach them now. Because if you think about it, children are very different now. When I was in elementary school, I never worried about someone busting through the elementary doors with a gun. shooting me or shooting my classmate. I mean, I was worried about whether the boy across the room liked me. You know, do you like me? Yes or no? Or passing a note or making the little, what do they call those things? I don't know, making the paper things or doing the jacker's ladder with the string. That's what we were concerned about. We were concerned about being children. But when we think about the level of stress that our children must have, it's greater than mine. When I go to work, I don't think someone's going to blow the place up. But just think of what a child feels when they enter a school, or what they could possibly feel, or what they've seen on the news. I think we need to change the way we approach our children, especially our male boys. There is something that's going on. And, you know, if you have a perfect son and you feel like this is not for you, I beg to differ. It is for everyone. Because at what point will your son, who is a good child, who will grow up to be a wonderful man, meet this kid who didn't have a chance, who society gave up on? What happens when the two of them meet? So it's everyone's problem. And I think we start now. We change the way we approach our boys. You know, telling children that they must fight, telling boys that don't be a sissy and toughen up, and that was okay back in our days. But this is a whole different set. This is a whole different generation. And, you know, I don't care if you don't agree with me. At least I feel like I should come out and say something. I'm not the most educated. I'm not the most brightest. You know, if you feel you're far more bright than I am, hey, have at it. You know, but when you have at it, don't start throwing shade because someone came out and said something. This is just how I feel. Because we're good for that. Oh, well, they don't know what they're talking about. Ray Lewis came out and said, you know, we got to put the guns down. And he spewed out some statistics. And people were more focused on what they thought he said was inaccurate. Like he said, numbers don't lie. I think we change how we approach our children right from this day. And if we try to make every attempt to raise them to be more compassionate, more loving, improve their conflict resolution skills or problem solving skills to where they don't resort to fighting every time they have a problem with someone. And parents, if that's the way you resolve your conflict, and your child is hearing you say you're going to beat somebody's butt and you're going to kick somebody, okay, that's how our children learn to problem solve and settle arguments or disagreements. We have to stop. But if we don't stop, of course, there will continue to be bloodshed, and it will be a normal thing. Let's make this not normal, because right now I feel like it's a normal thing. Gun violence in certain communities, black men getting killed, getting shot down. But you know, I feel like if we change today how we approach our children, granted, there's still going to be murders. You still have the ones that are 20, 30, 40, 50, continuing to harm one another. What about the generations that are coming up, the little babies, 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds? Maybe when they are 10, 15, 20, 30, we will see a reduction. But we have to start changing now to see the change 20 years from now. Because we can't wait until the babies get 20 and start making changes, because it's really too late. Now, someone else may have another opinion. Fine. This is just how I feel. And, if it was up to me, the mothers, the single mothers who are trying to raise their babies would get out of those communities, would up and leave those communities. Now, I know that isn't realistic. I know that takes money. But that's where I think the government comes in. You say, if there's a mother and her children who wants to escape from violence and give their children a chance, there should be money to help them relocate. Now, with that being said, ladies, we have to make better choices than men. A man who is violent, who resorts to shooting someone, women, stop loving them. Maybe, I don't know, but I understand it's not going to be solved with a few videos here and there, but if you have answers, and I know that I'm not minimizing prayer. I'm not minimizing that at all, but this is the way I say we start. This is just one person's opinion. So it is what it is. I guess I don't care about people's opinions. I don't care what people think. I don't care if they think it's unrealistic. As far as I'm concerned, it's unrealistic that we accept that our African American men will continue to kill one another. It's so unacceptable. It's unacceptable, and I think it's enough.